Yeah. Ba ba da ba. Ba ba da ba ba. Love Kuto. Yeah, that's a McDonald's commercial. See, when everybody decides they're going to show up, happy rain day, Wes. Yeah, Brian, 6180. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I can't stand wearing my hat like that. I could wear it like, what the hell's that guy on Gold Rush? Rick Ness. He wears it like this. This drives me fucking crazy when I see somebody wearing something like that. Oh, happy rainy day. Good morning from West Virginia. Todd, good morning. Hollywood Hoffa, 80. I'd let a few people get in here before I start yammering on. It is raining again. We were supposed to have 1 to 3 inches of not snow, ladies and gentlemen, but rain. 1 to 3 inches. This is not good. Enough to drive me fucking crazy. At this point, I'd rather have 1 to 3 inches of snow because that's like what, a quarter inch of rain, right? 1 inch of snow. I think it's a quarter inch of rain per 4 inches of snow or some shit. You're sick of it. Jesus Christ, I'm the one that's sick of it. Excuse my language. But yeah. Yeah. So what do we got? Only 28 people watching. What the hell's going on here? Is this Ag Talking to Raw channel? It is Ag Talking to Raw. Oh, shit. This isn't what I wanted. Why am I on Ag Talking to Raw? And how the hell did that happen? I'm supposed to be on OLF. But, okay, so are you serious? That's kind of funny, actually. That's why it isn't, it is Ag Talking to Raw. Damn it. So I'm going to have to actually, it is my channel, but it's the wrong one. Oh, shit. So, yeah, I don't know. What are we going to talk about on here? I could talk about lots of things on here. Maybe, yeah. If you're going to do a live stream, you may want to actually go to the right channel, instead of the wrong channel. But, hey, I'm glad you guys are here. Yeah, wow. It's Charlie Parker. It is very unusual for me to have rain. We shouldn't have rain. We shouldn't have rain at all from now on. It should just be a little bit of snow here and there until about the end of January and early February. Yeah, forbidden unit. Oh yeah. Oh crap. So look what I got in the mail here. This is fun to deal with. Yeah, you see that? That's a cock my day over. That's for sure. Yeah, hell, I don't care about it. Now, the problem is the hay has gone down. It's laying over. So it's getting harder to pick it up. The Gale mower will pick it up better than anything that I have, believe it or not, because you can really tilt that thing forward. The John Deere will too. I mean, don't get me wrong. That'll skin it off the ground, but you got to go slow. You got to go a lot slower. And a lot of people are asking me when am I going to use the second Krone. I'm not going to use the second Krone just yet. There's a major reason for that. I haven't insured it yet. It's not insured. I'm actually shocked that the insurance or the lending institutionary didn't require me to have it insured before I took delivery of it, or even the dealer. The funny, stupid thing about it is they never mentioned it, and I forgot. I had forgotten about insuring it until the other day when I'm like, I just got an insurance bill here, and it's not too god awful bad. My insurance has gone down, because I haven't had a claim in years. I don't think I've had a claim since 2011. And I've had some pretty nasty claims on my equipment and stuff. But they got that money all back. They certainly did. And yeah. So, but anyways, it's not insured yet. So I got to get a hold of it. See, my insurance company was sold. And when it was sold, it just is a cascading load of horse shit, I mean, they sold the insurance company and they closed the doors on that office, moved it to about an hour farther away from me. And it's really inconvenient for me. I don't know my insurance agent. I don't know. I call them on the phone. I have no idea who the hell I'm talking to. They don't know much about farming because they're in Cranford, New Jersey. If you know where Cranford is, it's like it's city. Yeah. Why aren't you putting the 7530 on the Krone anymore? Not big enough? No, the 7530, I'll run that. 7530 is a lot more comfortable to rip across the field in with the stack wagon because it is suspended. It's got suspended front axle, suspended cab, great big balloony tires that I can, that take up a lot of the sidewall shock as you go across the field with a 12 bale runner, the bale runner 16K. So that's the reason. The other reason is I don't have the proper drawbar on the 7530. I still have the English drawbar, or that English style pickup drawbar. Now that drawbar is too close to the back of the tractor and in fact it has made the power takeoff shaft too long by about that much. So if I was to put the American style on, it would give me another 8 inches out the back, and it would be definitely a supported drawbar because I can't have a heavy duty support that goes underneath the sway to stiffen that drawbar up, whereas the European model one doesn't, or the English model doesn't have it. And it's going to cost me like $2,500 to put that drawbar on, which is going to have to happen anyway. Just because it's going to have to happen anyway. But the 7810 or the 8120 will run that Krone baler beautifully. The second Krone baler, it's already set up for the brakes. It's already got everything that I need to just bolt it on and go. So that's really what's going to happen. So the 8120 is going to be running the Krone HDP high speed. So the big pack. The 7530 will be on the stack wagon, but just because of speed. It's an IVT transmission. We get down to the other end of the field, we flip it around and just fly home, 27 miles an hour or 26 miles an hour all the way back to stack, or even 26 miles an hour all the way out to the end of the field, flip it around, come back and pick on the way back, which is how I'm going to instruct my operators to do this. It's faster that way. It's faster to go from the pile of hay, clear out to the other end of the field, and then pick on the way back because it's just faster that way. You go to the far end fast as you can, you come back, and then you get closer to your stack. Instead of working closer to the stack and then making the long runs, you'll catch up to me faster that way. I don't know why, it just does. It's just the logistics of moving straw that I've learned over the years, how to get there faster and get caught up faster. So if I start at the far end of the field, Farmall Fanatic, good morning there. Good morning. You spend too much money on me. You got to stop doing that. I know you feel it's an entry fee, but I appreciate it. Believe me, I appreciate it. I'm glad you do it, but it's unnecessary. I mean, you really don't have to. I'm not that hard up for money, and that's not why I do the live streams. But it is more than appreciated, and I do appreciate that. Someday I'm gonna have to come out and visit you, and yeah, I just would like to come visit you anyway, just for the sheer fun of it. I was close the one day. I was out in your neck of the woods, but it just didn't. The cards didn't fall right at the timing of the day. That was in June on the way back from how farms work. But yeah, so if you start at the far end of a field, like if your stack is down in the north or say the northeast corner, and you need to go to the southwest corner you need to start at the southwest corner of the field. And by the time the balers are done in the field, your field is clear at the far end, and then boom, you work your way back. Because the short runs, you go so much faster on the short runs than you do on the long runs, and that's just the way that works. Done it lots of times. It's hard to get Timothy to do it. Joseph, you can train pretty easily to do it, but for the most part, it's hard to get Timothy to do it. He's a pain in the ass when it comes to running that stack wagon. He's really good at stacking, but Tim's lazy. I mean, he feels that I'm going to do the short stuff, the stuff close together. And then I think it's because I leave the field then with the baler, and then he can just go find a shade tree and go to sleep for an hour or so. And I have caught him doing that in the past, and it's nothing unusual, but I think I need to purchase a cattle prod and stick that sucker right about here and go sometimes wake his ass up. Yeah. Hay season isn't over yet. You might need it. Yeah. Well, I sold the other baler, and the guy's running it. He's baling too. He likes baling in the winter. I said, fuck that shit. I ain't got time. I hate it. I hate baling in the winter time. You got to wait for frozen weather. You're not waiting for hot weather. You're waiting for frozen weather. The bales are going to be a little damper. It's a different. This is the first time I've baled in the wintertime with the Krone. It is different than, say, the New Hollands, which I've done in the past, because the New Holland it was just different. And I baled a lot in the winter with the New Holland because I always struggled and fought with them pieces of junk. And all summer long, I mean, I had a harder time baling 2,000 acres with the New Holland than I do with a Krone, doing 3,500 acres with a Krone. And technically I'm doing over 5,000 because I go over 5,000 because I go over it more than once. Now I've gone over all of my second cut is all baled now. We just did that because it's cool. It got cold enough that we froze about 2 inches deep. And I put those new tires on the 8120 or the 8530. So that thing's got some serious bite now. And it pulled through. It pulled her right on through. So everything was good there. Did break through with the, there's a 6.8 liter engine in the 7410. Yeah. Yeah, there is. No, there's no peach fuzz here. Or are you talking about this little bit here? Oh, yeah, no, this is a little more than peach fuzz. I've baled in the snow before. Yeah, sure. I am having a little trouble with the Krone's air system. It's not blowing off, and I got to get a hold of Gerald out at Messick's and see what his thoughts on that are. I got to go inspect the connections. There's some wire connections that could have got corroded somehow. Jeremy Nunn, you're in Australia, aren't you? Jeremy, are you in Australia? For some reason, time for this guy. My back is okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. Didn't your grandfather grow corn? I mean, you've been watching a long time. Didn't your grandfather grow corn, and you wanted to grow corn over in Australia? If my memory serves me right, Queensland. Yes, yeah, I remember you. I haven't talked to you in a while. Yeah, excellent. See, my memory's better than I thought it was. Yeah, awesome. One day I'll make it down there. It'll be pretty cool. For someone buying their first big square baler, which would you suggest? If McGinnis Farms, if you are buying your first Minnesota Oliver and Deer, good morning. If you're buying your first big square baler, and you don't want to spend a huge amount of money, like on a Krone, I wouldn't suggest a Krone unless you're buying a brand new one. Let's put it this way. You can buy a Krone. The parts are available. They are expensive to maintain. Just so you know, with all that high speed, Jesus Christ. I ain't bothering. Anyways, right now I just don't have time. It'll be used. Okay, so if you want a good cheap one that is, a high quality, buy yourself a Heston 3x3. If you're buying it for cattle feed, the 3x3s are way better. If you're going to do straw, the 4x4s, 3x4s, and 4x4s. If you want to buy a good Krone baler, the 1290 standard. I don't know what your budget is. Do not, I repeat, and I will repeat again, do not buy a New Holland. If you buy a New Holland, buy yourself a Smith & Wesson revolver and a box of bullets. You only need one bullet because this is what buying a New Holland is like. You buy a Smith & Wesson, say 357 Magnum or 44 Magnum. You want something that's really going to do the job, because New Holland won't do the job. The Smith & Wesson will do the job you want it to do. And you take one bullet, you put it in there, close it up, and you go, and you put it to your temple, right about. Well, actually, don't put it to your temple, because the bullet, you don't want it to glance off and just take the front of your head off. You actually want to destroy your brain. You put it in your mouth like that, and then you pull the trigger. That is what a New Holland is. You can buy one and go to the field and maybe get a day's work out of it. Maybe you won't. So every day before you start baling with a New Holland baler, you give that sucker a spin. Click. Hey, it's a good day. Might as well try to go baling with New Holland. And I guarantee you, your luck with the Smith & Wesson was a hell of a lot better than what it would be with a New Holland. There you go. Anyway, I would definitely suggest a Heston over any other, for a cheap baler. And, if you're going to buy a Krone, make sure that the Krone baler has gone through the uptime that is required by Krone. See, every year there's an hour range. Actually, it's this way with Heston too, but nobody ever does this. They just kind of just run them until they break, and then, oh shit, I got to change all of these things. And then the bill is very, very large. So if you've got not Wesson, Smith & Wesson, you can do it with a Colt, but Colt revolvers are a little more harder to find than the Smith & Wesson. Smith & Wesson's a good gun. So anyway, that's. I've got some cows that gave me that feeling. Yeah. Anyway, make sure it goes through the uptime. If it's been through their shop, and that VFR is variable feed reel, VFR. I think they call that damn thing. I can't remember. I'm terrible with that. I run the thing. And the reason I don't know that the names of these parts on these machines is because they don't break. And if you do the upkeep on them, or the uptime on them from Krone, there's a sheet of paper that Krone will give to you, and for the number of hours and bales that are on this baler, they will tell you what needs to be replaced. And you go through and you replace those, and you're good to go for another, let's say 12 to 15,000 bales. So every 12 to 15,000 bales is when you really need to do the upkeep, the uptime. I do that every year. So every year that machine has to go in. This year, right now, I'm at 7,000 bales with that Krone baler this year. Close to 7,000 bales with that baler. I still got another 6,000 bales to go with that one. We put 1,100 bales through the Heston that I had, the 4x4 baler. So that baler actually did a really good job. My neighbor, who I sold that baler to, he called me yesterday. He says, I haven't even missed a knot. He baled 100 bales, not even a missed knot. He said it works really, really good. Yeah, right. I mean, that's a problem. Freedom of speech. Those New Holland is on a slippery slope of disaster. That's what they are. And it's a shame. New Holland used to be good. Not in a big baler series. I will say I made some mistakes when I was baling hay. I fell into the New Holland Kool-Aid pot, and I drank it up like no other. Once I got away from New Holland, I look back on it and I'm like, it's a wonder I even made it as far as I did running those pieces of shit. I've ran a brand new BB960A, a brand new 9080 or 8090, BB90, 8090. I ran a 340 standard and a 340 crop cutter. Those are 4 brand new Holland balers that I had. I've had my Krone. I bought that brand new Krone, and that sucker. Oh yeah, you can get Rugers. You can get a Ruger. They'll work too. They're a little more harder to load. I don't know if they're, the Ruger single actions. I think they got double action Rugers also, but I don't know much about Ruger. They're cheaper. I prefer Smith & Wesson because I like them. I think I got a Smith in the bedroom there. Is that a Smith? I got a Ruger in there, and I do have a Smith in there. And this one here is a Titan. I love it when I pull out my little gun. I pull out my little gun. I got to find it, This is a Titan. This is actually a Colt 25 auto. These were made by many different manufacturers, and the parts are interchangeable. And this is a pocket pistol. You could literally just put it in your pocket and go for broke. But this is a 25 auto. It's a good little. Somebody coming up the stairs, you pop them in the head. You pop because it is a semi-automatic. Comes with a little magazine. I think this holds 7 rounds. I think it's a 7-round mag. You just kind of slide it in there and work the slide and pop. But because I have a child in the house, I keep it unloaded. Yes, I know William's just little, and federal law prohibits a loaded firearm in the house with any minor under the age of 16. So I have to, if a firearms accident does happen, and there's a child in the house under the age of 16 and is directly involved with that accident, then guess who goes to jail? Hi, me, because I own the damn gun. So yeah. No, you're not going to walk up my stairs. Not with. No, it'll be what the hell you want. You got about 3 seconds. It's all it takes to load that little sucker, and it's right there handy. And I'm going to pop you one. Don't fuck with me. Yeah, there you go. Or I can dodge into there. There's a whole array of different things in there, and I can barricade the door pretty easy. And I actually have an escape route through that bedroom to the outside that nobody knows about. I did inform Teresa. She didn't believe me, but she knows where it is now. It's really easy to just kick your way through. Because I built the house, and I know I'm slightly paranoid, but there is provisions to get out of this house in case of a fire that you don't need to jump out of a window. So, yeah, because it's a long way down through the window, but the other way, you just kind of cross, through, down. Easy. Yep. No, the manure spreader's not fixed. So, gotta have plans, man. You better believe it. Yeah, it is a cute little gun. It really is. Why you don't read my message, Godal and Daniel? Okay, so what is your message? I didn't see it. That's why. Let's see. Okay, so what is your message? Where are you? I don't see a message. I don't see a message. So if you've got a message, what is you, Godale and Daniel? Speak now or forever hold your pieces, my friend. Yeah. Hi, Wes. Good morning. I was wondering what kind of fertilizer and herbicide you like to put down with soybeans, because I have just rented my first 6-acre field and I'm going to plant soybeans in it. Okay. You want to put something down? You really need to pull a soil test, find out where your NP and K are. Soybeans, and how much did that gun cost? I don't know, $15. I think I paid for that one. It wasn't much. It works too. It's nothing to joke about. $15. I did pay. I think I paid for. Well, it doesn't even matter what I paid for them. I am missing a 12 gauge that was down along the edge there, but I think Timothy got it and shot the squirrel that was annoying us. Okay, so get yourself some soil tests. Check your NP and K. A lot of guys out there will say, you don't need nitrogen for soybeans. Well, nitrogens don't start to produce their own nitrogen until they set nodules. Okay, nodules are the little weird growths that are on your roots if you're in the Midwest, or roots if you're here. Those nodules are nitrogen producing nodules. Now you can tell if your nodules are actually, I hate squirrels. So motherfuckers get in the roof. They'll burr a hole. Anyway, if you don't have the proper NP and K or P and K and other micronutrients, which you can put, beans do need fertilizer. Yes, they do. You can get away with it after corn to a point, but for the most part, beans really could use nitrogen. All right, so do your soil test. Yeah, shoot, shovel. Yeah, shoot, shovel, shut up. Yeah, that's the three S's. If you didn't know, soybeans. You get your. I'm getting distracted. Anyway, the N, P, and K. If your P and your K are off, K more than anything, potash, potassium. Soybeans are potassium whores. They need that potassium. If your potassium level's off, you can have a nice nodule set, but the nodules may not work. So what you want to do is once those soybeans once they're growing, you pop one out. If you haven't done your soil test, you crush the little nodules, and if it's a nice rusty color in there, it means the nodules are doing their job. If they're green, they're not doing their job. You have a deficiency somewhere. You're going to have yellowing leaves. More than likely, it's a potassium or potash deficiency. So I would suggest putting potash down if you're going to do a no-till situation. Put your potash down a month or a month and a half before you actually put your soybeans in. If you're in a tillage situation, you can broadcast it on before you disc it in and get it into the root zone or root zone. And nitrogen on soybeans can help. You're going to need sulfur. Sulfur is a good thing. And nitrogen. So I would suggest ammonium sulfate. Not a lot of ammonium sulfate, but enough to just get those soybeans up and running, keep that nitrogen to them with that sulfur, which does promote root health, and it will also promote the test weight of your soybeans. Because I've grown soybeans a lot of the years of my life, my back is doing okay. Johnson grass, yes, of course, Johnson grass. Anyway, so get your soil test done. pH is very important. Also, you don't want anything below 6.0 pH. If you get below 6.0 pH, your yields will be directly affected. You're going to have purple bean stain and other things like that. Can be more prevalent diseases, obviously. So Lyme may be in your future. 6 acres of soybeans is a nice little test plot for you to cut your teeth on. Put a little extra money into that test plot. Even cut it in half. Do 3 acres of this and 3 acres of that. You can use, you're probably going to be using an old pull type combine to harvest it. If not, you're going to have somebody else harvest it. But definitely a good sized test plot to get to learn on, because that's what you're going to be doing. You're going to be learning if you've never done it before. So true, Freedom Smith. You miss the squirrels in southern Mississippi? You should see the squirrels in southern Mississippi. I don't know. I don't get that one. Good rainy morning from North Carolina. Yeah, thanks a lot. It's actually not raining at the moment. Thank you, Wes. I'm just 15 years old and looking to play around, and I have only $2,000 of my own money to play with. Going to have a farmer down the road help me out and plant and harvest it. Well, that's awesome. Excellent choices you're making. If you've got $2,000, for 6 acres, you can get away with $1,000. You can get away with $1,000 into that, I'm sure. 6 acres, yeah, you could probably get away with $1,000. You know what? Instead of renting the equipment off of that farmer down the road, you may want to help him out for a day or two for the use of that equipment before he starts planting, cleaning up the equipment, calibrating equipment and things like that, just so that you're guaranteed to get that equipment. That's go a lot farther if you help him out and say, hey, listen, I'm just a young guy. I want to try it. I want to learn some stuff, and learning from that man or that neighbor down the road, that'll go a lot farther than just saying, hey, I got $2,000. Will you help me get? Because he'll take your money. He'll set you up with the seed, the fertilizer, and the equipment to get it in the ground for $2,000, and he'll take your money. But if you make a deal like, hey, can you help me plant and harvest my soybeans? I'll help you out. I'll help you during harvest, and I'll help you during the spring planting for a couple of days. And for that, what's a weekend for a 15-year-old kid? 2 weekends in a year, or maybe more, depending on how it goes. If he likes you, he may do it for free. Which would be great. It would be a great start. So, how many bales do I hope to make this year? It's not that I'm going to hope to make. It's what I'm going to make. I'll be over 12,000 bales by the end of the year. Yeah. Thanks, Jeremy. I try. I try to help the young guys out, and whatever it is, Alex. I can't pronounce your last name. What is that? Rose Hagee? Raj Hagee. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. Yeah, you're a little bit of generosity goes a long way with a farmer. Farmers are generally good people that want to help. I have met some real assholes in my life in the farming community, like real assholes, like real pucker holes you'd like to plug with a board, and nails and screws and stuff. Just, you motherfucker. But yeah, you help somebody out and they come back at you and they'll take your 6 acres away from you after you get everything all done. Would you look at that?
Oh, shit.
My sexy, lovely girl, huh? Maganda. Oh, nah. What did your bail total end up for this year? I'm not done, Don. Don, I am nowhere near done. Is there a chance this year you will run 100 or so bales through the new baler to make sure all of the bugs are out of it? Possibly. There is a chance. There's always a chance because I'm going to make some hay before I take off to the Carolinas. And when I do that, I'm going to use the new baler. So probably not until next year. Not until next year. I want that baler to be fresh and ready to run because I'm gonna pound 15 to 20,000 bales through that little bastard. Oh, there's assholes in every crowd, Ben. Central Texas, lucky 4-wheel drive 4840. There you go. Farming, fixing, fabricating. Maybe get some baling done this week. Supposed to freeze up good. Indian summer here now. Well, right. Well, in order for it to be an Indian summer, you need to have no less than 7 days of warm weather, seasonably warm weather, like t-shirt weather. A day or two of warm weather in the dead of winter does not make an Indian summer, but it's just a little known fact. I'm a wealth of useless knowledge, as I say. How far are you going to be from Josh in the Carolinas? About 3 hours. Yeah, about 3 hours. We've discussed this, me and him. And yeah. Do I grow weeds? I try not to grow weed. Do I grow weed? What, like marijuana? No, fuck you. Get off my channel if you think that I grow weed. Go to hell. I am an opponent to recreational marijuana use. I do not feel that recreational marijuana use is a good thing for anyone. The state of New Jersey thinks that it's good for their tax base because they just want to tax all these drug abusing idiots, put them on welfare, tax the shit out of them. And it's just like this endless cycle of money because then they can get a bigger bureaucracy. We need more people to run this thing. We need more government employees, more pension, more bankruptcy. Oh yeah, that's it. That's how we're going to do. But yeah, I'm not into growing marijuana. I don't use it. I don't need it. I don't want it. If you are a cancer patient and you need some relief from, say, anxiety and things like that, go for it. I think it should be available to cancer patients or anyone that needs it medically. But recreational, I'm sorry, you're on the wrong channel if you think that that's something that I would support. Yeah. Well, you have a lot of expensive machinery. Haha. Yeah, and I pay the bill on them too every month. Every month. Expensive machinery. You can make do with what you've got, but you're limited by your equipment. And yeah. Oh, you're going to send me a letter? Yeah, Minnesota, Oliver and Deer. I'm sorry. I've been every time you want to talk to me on the phone, I'm not ignoring you. It's just that I'm not ignoring you. Believe me, I'm either up to my ass in something. Yesterday, you sent me that text message, and I know you understand this. I was in a meeting with another property owner. I picked up some ground, and I needed to get in there and finalize the agreements and stuff. The YouTube play button on your wall, is it yours? I see you only have 10,000 subscribers. Well, you are the person I want to talk to. Go over to One Lonely Farmer on YouTube, and you'll see my other channel where that came from. I really got to get rid of that carcass of a That is not a transformer. That is not a dead transformer on the floor. That is a vacuum cleaner. I think it's a shark. Is that a shark, Teresa? It's a shark. It broke. They use cheap shit plastic, so after 5 years, you got to buy a new one. It really pisses me off. Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, I'm really behind, so I'm sorry about that. Yeah. Devon DJ Hunter. Hi from Devon, UK. I gotta get back to the United Kingdom. You know, I gotta say, I've been to other places in the world. Let me adjust this so you can see my play button right there. That is my play button. Yeah, so I'm very proud of that, believe it or not. I mean, there's several people out there like, yeah, well, it's just a stupid award for being on YouTube. You didn't have to have any skills to get there. Yeah, well, you're right. You don't have to have any skills to get here. Bullshit. You know how hard it was to get that fucking thing? I mean, it was insane. 10 years, almost 10 years of work in that. I was in my 10th year. Yeah. Oh yeah, they screwed up. They sent me one for 10,000 subscribers. Right. Yeah. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, hit the subscribe button, and you can contribute to 2 of those things. You know, I'd love to have one on just a little bit far, like right here, and then I'd have to do this. I'd have to go up higher, because right up about here, I want right there. I want a gold one. Let's see, right there, a gold one. So if I could get that gold play button, boy, wouldn't that be sweet? Yeah, I did. I left a space, you know, and there's a couple spaces. But how did you meet Teresa? Hey, Teresa, you want to do a quick how did I meet you? I think she's on the pot. You on the toilet? Yeah, see, that's love right there. She takes forever. I don't know why. She sits on that toilet playing with her phone. I think she got a boyfriend or something. Anyway, how did I meet her? I met her in the store. I remember the instant that I saw her almost 10 years ago. She's listening. She's probably thinking this. She's shaking her head. She's probably watching the live stream. But yeah, I met her in the corner store. I do remember she took my breath away then. I was with somebody at the time, so it was probably some guilty pleasure. But, you know, hey, what are you going to do? Sometimes you meet somebody and you see them and you're like, oh, my God, am I in trouble now? And that's exactly what I said to myself. I am in trouble now in the store. Yeah, she worked at the corner store right up the road. Yeah, drove by it every day. I bought a lot of coffee since I met her. And now I don't even go into that store anymore, because she doesn't work there anymore. Editing is tough. Yeah, there's a lot of editing involved, and I'm pretty dirty about editing. That's why when I do this one, it's a one-shot deal. I do this in one shot. So, oh, somebody retracted. Brian 6180. What did you retract the message for? What did you do? Message retracted. Did you retract that or what? Let me see what it is. Put user in timeout. Hide the user in this channel. Oh, I was hoping that. Yeah, I wouldn't do that to you. Okay, we're getting Gmail notifications. It's farming life for me. Hey, Wes, I'm watching from Hampshire, England, and it's raining here too. Hey, I think it's kind of expected to rain in England, but yeah. Yeah. Hi from Brewer, Maine. Brewer, Maine. I didn't finish my thought. Sorry. No, that's okay. You don't have to finish. It's fine. Yeah. I have a cracked rib, so when I cough or sneeze, sneezing is worse than coughing. 8120 is a 2005. Yeah. Honestly, I am not the same person I was 20 years ago. Farming, fixing, and fabricating. I was very shy, wouldn't talk on the phone, wouldn't answer the phone, I hated making phone calls. My daughter is the same way. She hates. My son, Joe, Tim, they hate making phone calls. Yeah. Yeah. So after my divorce, like in 2004, I guess my divorce was finalized in March 2005, but my ex-wife, she left in 2004. So, 14 years ago, 15 years ago. Oh, how many years ago is it? 14, 15, whatever. Enough years ago now that I don't care. But yeah. it changed me. Life is too short to be shy. Say what you want. Don't keep anything. Don't hold anything back, because what do you got to lose? And yeah, every cough is like stabbing in my back. Yeah, you should be on YouTube Rewind. I am so glad that I'm not on that clusterfuck of a video. That was the dumbest thing. Are you calling me the weird crybaby that wants to throat punch and wrestle still around? I don't know. After doing videos though, aren't you glad that you helped with the shyness? Oh yeah. I mean, it really, if you watch my first videos, and I had a camera similar to this, I'm like, let me open this up. Is this thing still charged? Oh, it's dead. I'm like, hi, I'm Wesley, and this is what we're going to do today. There was just absolutely no personality whatsoever. I was like a robot. Right now, I'm taking a 9/16 inch wrench. I'm putting it on the nut, and I'm turning it tight. Not regular tight, guten tight. That's German for torque spec. I didn't even do that. I mean, it's just kind of silly. You kind of grow into a personality on YouTube. I could be having a bad day, and if I want to cheer up, I grab this fucking camera. Not this one, my other one. Kind of looks like this one. Similar to this one. This one's a piece of shit. This one does not work. This one has the worst video quality ever, and it's supposed to be a better video camera. It sucks. But if I'm having a bad day and I'm like, I just want to show everybody, I'll just grab that camera and I'll just, hey, how's everybody doing? And it kind of melts away the grumpiness, as you might say. When you pass away, hopefully not for many years to come, will one of your children take over the farm? I don't know. It's up to them. It's not, this is my thing. It's not theirs. You should just do your own rewind, publish one of your old videos. I could do a rewind. I did kind of a semi rewind a few weeks ago, and I didn't put any music to it. I just made these clips and threw them all together. And that was just from this year too. Yeah. But yeah, no, the rewind video, my God. And I never watched them. The only reason I watched them was because a girl that I subscribed to, she is, she's in the Philippines, and she's an actress model in the Philippines, American Filipina mix. Seems like a really nice girl. I watched her when she just came on. She had like 5,000 subscribers, and I don't know why, but she was suggested to me, and I liked her attitude and her personality and the videos that she was making, because she travels a lot with her job. At least she did. And of course, because of her beauty and her status as a model actress, normally you get a model actress and they're just beautiful on the outside and ugly as hell on the inside. But she seems to have quite the nice personality, well-mannered girl who does a good job with her videos, loves to eat different foods and things, which I'm learning to do. I used to be a meat and potatoes kind of guy, but now I'll try different stuff, and it's very interesting experience for me. Like I said, I'm very different than I was 20 years ago. Coraline Waddell is her name, and she said that she was going to be doing 20 million dislikes. I disliked it. I was like, ugh. And I don't like or dislike anything but that. Ugh. If that's the best that they could do with all the creativity that they supposedly, well, this is the thing that really gets me about that. And we're not doing any ag talk here. I mean, there's no ag talk at all. But I will say this. Let me get my ass in here. I'm in my underwear and I don't have pants on. You ever wonder, like, when the news people are standing up there and they've got this beautiful dress on, if what they're actually wearing below the desk, are they wearing jeans or shorts, or what are they wearing? You ever wonder that? Well, I'm in my underwear, just so you know. Anyway, TMI. What was I saying? I just lost my train of thought. Oh, on that rewind. Okay. So The rewind. There was nothing rewind about it, except for one thing, and that was when there was a bunch of people in a car floating around the world. Now that was Tesla's. I don't know. There's a Tesla car with a guy in a spacesuit hanging onto the steering wheel, floating, orbiting the Earth, which I found to be really stupid. Why are we cluttering up space? Don't we have enough garbage here in the United States or the world, our own planet, that we have to throw a Tesla car with a guy holding onto a steering wheel floating around our country? How stupid is that? Yeah. Anyway, I mean, the guy that runs Tesla is a brilliant guy. But that was the only thing that I saw that I thought was, had anything to do with a rewind video. The people that were doing the rewind video, I recognized too. I recognized Casey Neistat, which is Casey Neistat. I would have recognized PewDiePie, but PewDiePie wasn't asked to do it. I thought that was funny. He's not allowed to curse anymore, so he's like, still no cursing. I think he's Dutch or some damn thing. And I don't watch him because I'm not a gamer, but still no cursing allowed. And then you have the L in the Mill. L in the Mills. And the only reason I recognize L in the Mills is because of that thing right there. Someone on YouTube had sent me a link to where I think it's What's Inside. Okay, so the What's Inside guys, those guys. Oh, and I did the primitive guy at the very end of the rewind. That was the most interesting thing, when he's making this clay pot thing and it's the rewind button. But anyway, Ellen the Mills, the only reason I knew her face was because of the What's Inside guys that went to the place where these things were made, and he pulled a plaque up and it said Ellen the Mills. She was getting her, was it the silver? It might have been the gold play button that she was getting. I mean, you're talking a girl who's like 19 years old. So I went and I looked her up, and here it is, this 19-year-old Philippine American girl, which I'm going to be an asshole here, but she's overweight, and most Filipinos are not overweight. They're very thin, but this girl, she's overweight. All she ever wanted to be was a YouTube star. She created this channel. She did these teeny bopper videos, which gave her stardom, and then she burns out and wants to commit suicide because it wasn't enough. I thought when I hit 1 million subscribers, I'd be happy. When I became successful on YouTube, I'd be happy, and I'm not. So I watched that video, and her mom's hot, by the way. And but yeah, it's like, what the fuck, man? These kids today, they don't even know what it's like to work. To me, that is a great accomplishment, because in agriculture, not so much on YouTube, but a great accomplishment in agriculture, because I'm an ag guy. These channels that I have are about farming. It's about my life and what I've done to get to where I'm at. And that's just salt on your eggs in the morning, not that I put salt on my eggs in the morning, and I think I'm about egged out. Teresa's been making egg sandwiches for me, and she gives me freaking sulfur gas, and I just don't care. But anyway, yeah. The car will probably fall out of space and crash through my house. Yeah, maybe. I've thought about that too. What the hell happens? Will it burn up completely, or are we going to have this electric copper steel aluminum housing motor that doesn't burn up come hurtling back to Earth while everything else is burned up into pieces? Yeah. Oh, and if you haven't seen Lord Muck's channel, go. He just liked a comment that I left on his. He did a Teleskid versus Bobcat video. Very good video. I made a comment on there, so go check out Lord Muck, LORDMUCK, and tell him how the end of the video was a load of shit, and you'll understand why. It was a great video, but the end was a load of shit. You don't know what work is till you small square bale hay every summer. Well, believe me, I know what that is, because I used to do that all the time. I hate the little baler. Good day from Melbourne, Australia. It's the only way I'll ever get a Tesla. Yeah, if it comes crashing through your house. Well, you know, it's funny. They say, oh, yeah, these are fossil fuel friendly. You don't need fossil fuels to run these cars. Behind the Tesla charging station is a generator. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? It is powered by diesel or natural gas, depending on the station that you're at. So when you plug in your Tesla, if there's no other Teslas around and you're the first one, you'll hear this ominous boom, and the generator will start as it charges your car. And that thing is burning fuel, fossil fuel. So I don't know how many gallons of fossil fuel it takes to charge up an electric car to go 150 miles or however far those things go, but I can't imagine it's much different. You never know, though. Yeah, you just can't. Canadian welder farmer. It is just too difficult to watch that. It is. I watched it to the end because I was like, what the fuck am I watching? Why? And most of the people that did the Will Smith part of it, why is Will Smith on there? I mean, somebody told me he has a YouTube channel. I mean, now here we're talking celebrities that are on, mainstream celebrities. Not to say that they shouldn't be on YouTube, but you know immediately that they're going to take a large portion of the advertising money away from people like me. Not that I did not start this channel for money. Yes, I make money on these channels, both of them. Thank you very much. The longer the video is, because I've been yammering on for 51 minutes on here, but the longer this video is, the more ads they put in. So the more ads that are put in, the less people want to watch. It's 4 seconds of your life to watch a video that you can click off of. And I hear, oh my God, Sam Dean, $10, Australian. Wow. Good day, mate. Here's a joke. It'll help you smile. What do you call a chicken staring at a piece of lettuce? Chicken sees a salad. Oh, God. Thanks for the clean joke. That was great. I'll have to tell my little boy William that eventually. Hello, Massachusetts. If Elon Musk offered you a free Tesla tractor, would you take it? Sure, why not? But Elon Musk is not going to offer one lonely farmer a Tesla tractor, if there is such a thing. He would more than likely offer that to the Minnesota millennial farmer because he is more refined than I. And that's kind of an inside joke, but he's more refined than I. I would tell you exactly what I think of it in terms, though, that possibly, just possibly may be offensive to some or all. You know, like this tractor couldn't pull a sick whore out of an outhouse, you know, that kind of language. And they don't like that. John Deere don't like that. New Holland doesn't like that. Challenger doesn't like that, or Massey Ferguson and all the other AGCO things that are out there. So, yeah. Yeah. Isn't John Deere coming up with an electric tractor? They've had them for years. They've had walking tractors for hillsides and things like that. Yes. So, yeah, thanks for that money, Sam Dean. That was great. You didn't have to, but the joke was definitely worth paying to read. Oh, how's Tim? He's fine. He went skiing the other night on his own by himself. I can't go skiing because my back is like got a hitch in it. And it's getting better, way better, about 99% better or 95% better. Another 5% and I'll be able to go skiing if I want. But they do have battery tractors. They do. They've had them. I don't know whether they're for research market, more than likely, over practical markets. Like this autonomous tractor. Autonomous tractors, to me, would never work for me. I mean, my fields are too small. Now, if I had an autonomous tractor that was, say, you know, I don't know what I would do with it. I couldn't use it. There's just no way I could use it. So, but anyways, I'm at 54 minutes. I'll give it to 55 and then I'm out of here. I'm sorry that I did this on this channel. Not sorry, but I'm glad everybody showed up. Battery only lasts for 4 hours and it takes out 8 hours to charge. Doesn't surprise me. Tim needs to get off his ass and actually do videos. I mean, Timothy could do like what Travis does with How Farms Work. Travis is the rest of the story. Travis goes and fills in the gaps. between excuse me, between what his brother Travis or Ryan does. And he does a good job. He does a really good job. But did I fix the step yet? Oh, what, on the 8120? No, I fixed it once and somebody did the same fucking thing again. A diesel generator D7 does, or to be more fuel efficient. Oh, no. They've been using electric motors to run things for years in the big mining equipment. Those big steam shovel, not steam shovels, those big shovels that, the big ones, they're all run on electric motors, DC motors. They are. They have a huge generator that creates electricity to run those. 7530 E Premium. I don't know if there is an E Premium. I have no idea. I am not Australian, no. I saw you struggling with that New Holland baler you had. Would it have worked for you if it had a second drive chain on the other side of the half of the load? I think personally with the pickup on the New Holland baler, it was weak. Okay, Sam Dean, another $10. Thank you again. Why did the chicken cross the road? That's bad. Because Christopher Reeve wasn't about to anytime soon, was he? No, he didn't. No. Christopher Reeve was Superman, and he broke his neck, and he's now dead. So yeah, that's a $10 joke. You ought to give me another $10 for reading that one. There you go. Yes, Christopher Reeve would have tried. He probably would have. He was in a wheelchair, so he could have. But he needed a mechanical lung to stay alive. That guy. Yeah, you should give me another $10 for that one. Come up with a better one next time. That was sick. You sick bastard. Anyway, yeah, I'm terrible. Yeah, but I'm a racist. Why hasn't a racist guy come along? I haven't been told I'm a racist yet today. Anyway, no, I haven't fixed the stairs yet. I have to. That's coming. I got to cut the lumber. I'm going to make it out of hickory next time. That shit don't break as easy. If you know anything about hickory, shagbark, or bullnut, that stuff, pignut hickory, that stuff is tough. There are a few people missing today. What the hell's wrong with these guys? Too early for them? They had a hard night jerking off to, Pornhub or something last night, and they have to sleep. They haven't had time, but they'll come later. Trust me, they'll come later. That CC guy, he's going to say, one lonely racist. Yeah, I like to race. I have a question. Oh, here comes the asshole. Hey, you woke up. Unfortunately for this asshole, I can do this so fast. We can do that, and then we do this, and then we do that, and I don't have to worry about them. Okay, a ham sandwich walks into a bar and orders a beer, and bartender says, sorry, we don't serve food here. That's funny. That took a little bit for me. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? We don't serve food here. A ham sandwich walks into a bar and orders a beer, and the bartender says, sorry, we don't serve food here. That could be considered racist. Yeah. No, they were out at the bar talking smack. They don't go to the bar to talk smack. They might go to the virtual bar and talk smack. But those type of people, like that asshole that just tried to call me, I mean, he's a loyal asshole. Trust me. He watches every one of my live streams or videos, and he makes these comments, and then he starts calling. He starts calling, and he's a coward because there's no caller ID. He would never call, he or she would never call using their actual phone number and I did get a text message from an idiot, I don't know, threatening me. I guess I could have went up to the police station, had the state police call him up and say, hey, asshole, don't do that. You could be in deep trouble for that. So yeah, the 8120 is going, unless I come up with another tractor from somewhere that's reasonably priced. But I think I'm done spending money for now. Until I get all my hay made, I got to know exactly where I'm at. Yeah, you should make that step out of Hawthorne. We don't have Hawthorne here. I don't think so. I don't know where you're from, but Hawthorne is not available here that I know of. Why did the crow cross the road? I just hit your red button. The red button. Is that a good button? YouTube Red or RedTube? Farmall Fanatic. You hitting the RedTube button? I think RedTube is a whole nother site. I don't know why YouTube says YouTube Red personally, because, I've heard he's like, oh, I've been on RedTube. I have RedTube. Then I don't have RedTube, so that I don't have, what do you call it? Ads. I pay for RedTube. Holy shit, Sam Dean. You got too much money to throw around. A duck is waiting to cross the road and a chick yells, don't do it. They'll never shut up about it. Wait a minute. A duck is waiting to cross the road and a chick yells, don't do it. They'll never shut up about it. I don't get it. I don't get that one. That was a $20 waste, man. I don't get the joke. You're going to have to explain that one with a $30 donation. Guys, you like to spend your money. I mean, Farmall Fanatic, he's the $5 guy. I mean, he puts $5 out there all the time, and he just wants to pay the entrance fee, and I appreciate it very much, even though he doesn't have to. But Sam Dean, a duck is waiting to cross the road, and a chick yells, don't do it. Don't. I got it. Why is the chicken cross the road? Duh. You're right. I'm a little slow today. I am in my underwear, so, hey, I'm too out of it to get my pants on. But I did have my coffee this morning, and the mug is empty because I solemnly swear that I'm up to no good. This is my favorite mug of all times, and it's got a broken handle. Thanks, Sam. I mean, come on. That was funny. It was. They'll never shut up about it. A chicken. It should say a chicken, not a chick. A chicken yells. A chick. I'm thinking a girl, a hot girl, a chick, like they'll never shut up about it. Yeah. Anyway. So it's racist to walk down the road with a rebel flag hanging out of your pocket? Absolutely. It is. It has to be, because the left says it is. I say freedom of speech in the United States is dead unless you're CNN. Yeah. You're a turkey. Yeah. Next season, you're going to make more bales than you have in the last 4 years combined. Correct. Because when I'm done baling that straw, I'm going to come home and I'm going to bale the hay. Yeah. There once was a lady from Ryde who ate green apple and died. The apple fermented inside and lamented and made cider inside her insides. Okay. There once was a man from Nantucket whose dick was so long he could suck it. He said with a grin as he wiped off his chin, if his ear was a cunt, he would fuck it. How's that? Is that bad or what? I'm sorry. Are you still smoking grass? I don't do it. I don't do it. It is dead. Oh my God. Sam Dean. Life is long. Fart on a nun. They kind of have to forgive you. There you go. Yeah, they would have to forgive you. Would you consider farming with smaller, lighter equipment during wet years? What? No. I'd put bigger tires on it, and I may be doing that too. I would dual up the Krone to keep it floating, and I may be doing that. So I may be doing that. I was going to dual the 8530, but the 8530 floats very well. It's the baler that starts to sink that drags the 8530 down. That's why I have those huge tires on there. Yeah. Yeah. What if we get another wet year next year? I will be okay. I'll do it again. Same thing. What can I say? You just live and move on. That's all. I do not have a Massey Ferguson tractor. Nope. Do people smoke in your tractors? If someone smoked in my tractors, I would have a real big problem with that, because A, I don't like smoking. B, all of the people that work on the farm, with the exception of Carl, are family members. And I would break my foot off up their ass, like my sons. And yeah. Yep. Yep. Tracks for the baler. Spindle might not handle the dual. The rear end of that thing? Oh, it'll handle it. Or the spindle on the baler. No, the spindles will handle that. The spindles will handle that. Yeah, it'll handle it. It'll be fine. All right, here is a joke. If it's red, leave it in the shed. Well, of course, Now, the red tractors are okay. It's just like anything else in this world. Uh-oh, here we go. $10 again. How many lonely grandmothers does it take to change a light bulb? Obviously not one, because my basement is still super dark. You keep your grandmother in your basement. That's not nice. Grandmothers are special people. My grandmothers are still both alive, both my mother's mother and my father's mother. Yes, my mom and dad are actually going to go see my mother's mother today. I haven't been to see her in a while. She wouldn't recognize me anyway. But yeah. Goldberg. I don't know who Goldberg is. If she's blue, it'll do. Yeah, little boy blue too, because he needed the money. Yeah, Massies are classy. Zetters are better. I guess I never cared for. Well, Z-Tour tractors are actually pretty damn tough. I don't know about the new ones, but the old ones, they were pretty freaking tough. I've been around them. I've never used one. I have one grandmother who is still alive. She's 103 in January. Well, Don, go spend as much time as you can with her, because she's not long for this world. You get to those mortality years. Mortality years are generally once you hit 80, 70, late 70s into 80. And Goldberg is a wrestler on TV. Oh, okay. I don't know. I watch too much TV. Oh, hell no. If it ain't red, leave it in the shed. I knew there was something coming. Yeah, of all the people, I was pretty sure Farmall Fanatic would have something to say about them red tractors. But I'd throw a John Deere on 2-cylinder deal of the same era as Mr. Farmall Fanatic's Farmall M, and we'll go have us a tractor pull. And not to say that the Farmalls aren't good tractors, and they made a lot of them. And I think that's where International made most of its money, was back in the letter series tractors, because they dominated it. I mean, they just cranked those things out there. John Deere was a much more expensive tractor, and the Internationals were good, and they did their job well. John Deere was more money, but I think personally, there's probably, if you went on averages from the numbers of tractors that were built, John Deere builds like 5,000 in a year, whereas International Harvester build like 50,000 in a year. It was really a huge difference. So you can buy those red tractors cheap as dirt now. They're cheap. Here's an Australian joke, Sam Dean, for $10. What do you get if you cross a giraffe with a koala? Pretty much just a giraffe raping a koala. What if the koala is raping the giraffe? I mean, I think it would be easier for the koala to climb up the giraffe's leg, perch itself up on the ass end of the giraffe and, rape the giraffe. Because unless the koala was in a tree, the giraffe doesn't have much of a chance. Now, here's a pretty girl. Look at this girl.
Look on your orders.
So pretty. Oh, my goodness. I love you.
Yeah. Ow.
Bite your butt. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much a giraffe raping a koala. Yeah, no, I'm not sorry for that one. That was pretty funny, actually. I'm sorry that I didn't get that sooner. Wow, what did I just walk into? Aussie Music Rocks. Well, Aussie Music Rocks. You ran into Sam Dean, who is an Australian. He just tells jokes. He pays me to read them at like $10. He paid $20 at one point. I was trying to get $30 out of him, but he hasn't come up with a joke.
What?
Yeah, he couldn't. He hasn't come up with a joke that's worth $30 just yet. So when he gets a $30 joke up there, that should be pretty good. Once my grandma passed away in 2015, I realized how little time I spent with my grandparents. Now I go to see my grandma once or more a week. I got her Davy Crockett ball recipe yesterday. What the hell is a Davy Crockett ball recipe? I have a regret. I have a regret with old people. My Aunt Ella and Uncle Irv were a big part of my life when I was younger, and even, into my adult years, into my 30s. But after my ex-wife left, I really didn't seem to have time to see my Aunt Ella and Uncle Irv as much as I'd like to.
From Australia came in.
Oh, really?
That's the order.
Oh my goodness! Throw him an extra baseball cap in there because I like the guy. This guy from Australia. What the heck's his name again? Michael, isn't it?
Stephen Paget.
No, his name wasn't Stephen.
Oh, I don't know.
Stephen or Stephen. I think his name was Michael. But anyways, that could be his son. Anyways, he had a hard time with his email, and he called me like twice. So, and we talked for a little bit, and he finally got it straightened out. So he's got it. He's got an order here that for Christmas. So if you're looking for Christmas merchandise, Miss Teresa's looking for things to sew. Everything is sewn. This is a print, which I
still have some prints.
This is actually a screen printed one. This one will last a very long time. But we're doing the embroidery now. So it will outlast the embroidery will outlast the shirt itself. So Teresa does that, and she does a very good job. So if you want to go to onelonelyfarmer.com, you can do that and order some clothes, which I haven't even. The website is so outdated, it's not even funny. Shake it. Yeah, I'm just terrible to her. I love her anyway. I'd like to see a Lamborghini 190 racing tractor. They look nice. I've seen the Lamborghini tractors. I think they've been sold now. I don't think they're Lamborghinis anymore. I think they're something else. If you were a Transformer, you would be Optimus Fine. Oh, God, Yellow K is. I'd be Optimus Fine. Either you're gay or a woman. I hope you're a woman. So, Optimus Fine. Oh, for heaven's sakes. That was funny, actually. Pretty clean joke. There you go. Who cares? Sam Dean is going to have some explaining to do to the wife. $150 paid to YouTube. Yeah, right. Who cares? You've actually cleaned it up a little bit. You're not such an asshole today. I'm glad you're here because I don't mind when people are normal individuals. I don't like assholes on my channel. And there for a while, I think you were going through some emotional issues at home or something because you were an asshole. But I kept you around because I gave you the benefit of the doubt, and thanks for being a good guy. Thank you. I am a guy. Are you gay? No, please don't tell me.
You want almusal?
Well, you can be a guy. That's all right. And you're probably a cool dude. Just don't try to, come up behind me and, give me a hug or something. I just won't like that. Right?
Ew.
Yeah, ew.
Gay?
Yeah. No, he said he's a guy. He said he's not. He could be gay. I don't care if you're gay. If you're gay and you like my show, that's great. I don't care. Big Trucker 26. How's the barrels holding up? Oh, my teeth. I went to the dentist, right? And they're like, your teeth are in good shape. I says, yeah, man, this guy gave me like 36 pounds of root beer barrels. He said, are you eating them? He's like, are you eating them? I was like, well, yeah, I'm eating them. Well, after you eat them, make sure you brush your teeth because those things are hell on your teeth. So, yeah, they're hell on my teeth. I do brush my teeth quite often, actually. Sometimes I forget, I get busy. But I don't brush my teeth until after I eat because if I drink coffee after brushing my teeth, it tastes like shit. If I eat, hey, I do not want eggs today, baby. No, I don't want that egg sandwich. I think I'm about egg sandwiched out. I don't know. We'll figure something out. Orchid Nog. Now, here's another asshole. This guy comes on. He likes you when you pay him money. Some money. He needs the money. Well, Orchid Nog, here's a guy who I keep around also. He is one of my more loyal trolls. He's probably the asshole that calls me on the phone. I've shut this down. Uh-oh. Joseph has sent me a text. Hey, It's going to be rainy and shitty today. Can I take off so I can go Christmas shopping? Sure. Take off. Okay. That's fine. Take off. It's fine. Joe Dirt. You like dick? Okay. Nice. That's good. Do you like your own or you like other guys? I mean, if I like my own, it seems to work okay. I pee daily. I don't have any issues with it. Teresa don't mind. You don't mind, do you? No, she doesn't mind. And, we just get along just fine. But if you like dick and it's mine that you like, we got a problem. Yeah, we got a problem. That's where little Mr. Poppy that's in my drawer comes in handy. Like when you're coming up my stairs without me knowing it. No eggs. No, I'm done with eggs. Give me gas. Yeah, give me gas. Minnesota, Alex, that is right. Okay, Alex, I missed something, so I'm sorry I missed it. Okay, I'm not in the U.S., so it's not me calling you. I have been on here since you started out. I know, and you come on. Sometimes you're the nicest guy, Orchid Nog, and sometimes you're just a raging, flaming asshole. And it's okay. I can take it. You step up to the line and then you back off. And I'm kind of like that. So I keep you around. I love long romantic walks to the fridge. Oh, Timothy's your guy. Right? Timothy is your guy. He likes long romantic walks to the refrigerator too. Is this Ag Talk, Tim Irish? Yes, it actually is. This is live Ag Talk. So ask me an agricultural question and we will go right back into agriculture. But these guys are they're telling jokes and we're talking about how Mr. Yellow K likes long romantic walks to the refrigerator. There's another guy. What the fuck is his name? Was that long? Yeah. Who was it that likes dick? Joe Gregory. I like dick. So, that's not agriculture. I like to wind you up. Yeah, you do. And it's okay. You get me wound up sometimes. I haven't blocked you yet. Okay, so Sam Dean's got a cheesy joke for only $5. May I ask a serious question? We have all lost socks. Where did they go? We never think about it. Really, where did our missing stuff go? Okay, I actually have the answer to that because I know where the missing socks go. There's actually two answers to that. And, but the first answer is your washing machine. Yes, your washing machine. A sock will float to the top of the washing machine in the spin cycle, and it will actually make its way around the barrel of the barrel that actually washes it. And then you have a missing sock. I've also found missing socks under couches because, we like to take our socks off when we are sitting on our couch. Maybe I got two sets of couches. I have an upper and a lower living room area, but missing socks do find their way under couches, beds, and washing machines. The ones that go missing permanently are the ones that go through the washing machine. So I hope I answered that. And then if you're like on Pornhub and things like that, from what I understand, and your wife, checks the garbage and stuff, and she sees like a lot of napkins in your trash can, people will use socks for that too. But there you go. I've heard that, I was told that stuff it in a sock. What? And I actually saw a video of a guy who had a really hot girlfriend and she wasn't putting out. So he takes his sock off. And this was on YouTube. This was before censorship on YouTube. He takes his sock off and he's like yanking on his pud there into his sock. And she caught him. It was funny. There you go. So how's that going? I saw that and I was like, hey, maybe when I was a young man, that would have been a good idea, but I don't care so much anymore. Any thoughts on your grain bin situation? Yeah, it's got to get fixed if I get that corn planted. Crusty socks. Yeah. Crusty socks. Yeah. Crusty socks. Do you think it is better to plant soybeans with a corn planter or a grain drill? Personally, a grain drill here on the East Coast is what we use. If you plant it with a corn planter, the deer just walk right down the rows and they'll clean you out faster. Okay, Glenn asks, what has happened to Ag Talk where the talk is about cows, plows? What about hay and grain, tractors and such? How's the corn planting going west? Waiting to see the tractors planting corn. Well, it's winter. It's raining. I am here on Ag Talk in the Raw, but I'm not getting any ag related questions just about, well, we do have some river wars. I'm not leaving this stream without saying it. River Wars 2 at the theater near New Jersey and Eastern Pennsylvania. Well, quite honestly, the River Wars thing, I am not saying anything about it. He came onto this channel and got himself blocked. He did get himself blocked. He's on the channel. I had left Elm Custom Harvesting up to do what he wanted. He was blocked on the other channel. He came back at me with his Baylor Wars 2019 channel, and I was going to block him, but I decided not to, just because I don't have the time for it. If he does show up, I will block him again, because he can't keep his promises. He can't keep his word. He doesn't do what he says he's going to do. He says what he wants and then backpedals and backtracks, and so that just makes him a liar and not worthy of this channel. So when are we going to see more Orchid Nog? We will see more videos of cutting lumber, because eventually I will do that. Not today. Well, I actually have to cut lumber to put the roof over top of my fuel tanks. I haven't completed that project yet, so that is coming eventually. What spacing do you use to plant corn? I am at 38-inch rows currently. I'm going to go down to 30-inch rows with the a new corn planter, possibly if I find one that's reasonably enough that isn't in too bad a shape. My father passed away 2 years ago. What is the optimal planting population for corn nowadays? I used to ask my dad, but I don't recall what he used. Well, Glenn S., I'm sorry for your loss. You need to talk to your seed company for your area, your fertility, your soil, obviously, and the variety of corn that you're going to be growing. When I was a kid, 16 to 18,000 plants to the acre was what they wanted on 38-inch rows. I was planting 32,000 with 38-inch rows there at the end of my corn growing career up until this year. And I probably will stay right around that 32,000 plant population, because that's what works best with the new varieties that are out there. But if I were you, I would talk to your seed dealer, and they will help you set up your corn planter to do just what you need to do. Lately, you don't run both. Why lately you don't run both Krone balers? Because the new Krone baler is not insured currently. I have to get it insured. The old Krone baler is insured. Yeah. And I don't want to get the new Krone baler dirty. You are correct, Orchid Nog. That is absolutely true. I don't want to get it dirty. I just love looking at that nice shiny new baler. The whole thing is, I will get it dirty before I go to North Carolina and do that job. It's just a matter of when, which will be this spring. I'm going to run I'm going to run the first cutting hay through it about a week or so before we send it off. Yeah. Got to look nice for the straw job. Well, they'll both look nice going down there. I haven't waxed it yet. They waxed it. They did. Yeah, they waxed it. Speaking of River Wars, I don't see that cup with the picture of two crossed yellow swords and a river running through the middle of them there on your website of yours. No, I haven't designed that one yet. But, that's actually a pretty good idea. River Wars. How many people would buy a River Wars OLF shirt, limited edition? It'll say River Wars here on the sleeve. River Wars with two yellow swords trailing across one another over a river, kind of like the lightsabers, but they'd be yellow. So just put it in the comments there. How many people would buy that? Because if that is something that you would actually purchase and display, we could do something about that and get it up on the website, and might as well profit from from Mr. Eric over there. And I'll take one. And are you coming over here to the UK again? Yes, I am actually planning a trip to the UK. I do need to get my hay made before I do such a silly thing, but it probably, I'm hopeful that I get it done. I said I have to go to the Philippines, which is what I do every year, and I enjoy my time there. So yeah, Farmall Fanatic, you'll probably get the one for free for all the money you spend on here.
I forgot to throw in a hat in there.
You did?
I didn't. I forgot.
Uh-oh. You waited already?
Yeah.
Yeah, throw in an extra hat. He's in Australia, so he isn't going to need a beanie. Did he order a beanie?
No, he ordered a big honking jug thing.
Oh, the big honking jug mug. Yeah, throw a hat in there for him. Okay. Yeah. Ag Talking Raw, Sam Dean. I told a joke up there. Where? You didn't pay for it. I can't see it if you don't pay for it. Your wife is going to cut your balls off. Where in the hell are you? I know what your logo looks like. Oh, wait. I told a joke up here.
Oh, that's
Why not do Ag Talking Raw with your kids and your dad and your other farmers? Because I'm not a scripted individual, and other farmers in this area, you stick a camera in their face and they're like, okay, I don't know how to answer. Just so you know, it's kind of a learned trait here. Where the hell is this joke you told up here? I don't see it. I think you're full of shit. Are you fucking with me? You're fucking with me. There's your last one. You asked a serious question. I don't see your little fist logo. You're making me look. Is that the joke? I think that's the joke, you little prick.
oh.
You spent enough money, I guess. The wife is going to cut your balls off, make them into a purse, and sell them to the neighbor kid for 50 cents. Oh, wait. Whoa. You didn't tell no joke, you liar. It won't let me donate. Don't know why, because you spent enough. Okay. I don't see it, man. It isn't there. You got me looking. I don't see it. How long have I been on here? Hour and 26 minutes. Jesus. Glenn
Hour
S.
and a half. Jesus, bleeding Christmas tree. You spend more time in there than you spend more time with me.
Want to go in the bedroom?
Shut up.
I got just 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes.
show
Don't
you
say
how
anything. You
I
got
need it.
1.5 hours. Hello.
Just 5 minutes.
Oh.
Come on, man. Cut me some slack here. 5 minutes isn't enough for you? Oh, yeah. Gotta love her. She's the best. Well, you'll have to tell the joke again. I don't see it. Hey, Wes, are you going to raise a few beef cows just because? No. It'd be nice to see a few cows again on your farm. Teresa's fun. She is. She's a hoot and a half ass. I would love to get her sitting right next to me talking about what we talk about. Yeah. She's funny. She's got little William now. Okay. When are you going to do mail time? I think I kind of did it the other day when I did the opening of the box on the Crone stuff, which you should see on the other channel. But someone is jealous? Yeah, she might be. Hit it and quit it, Wes. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I told her when she had William, things would slow down in that area. So there's a little man between us in bed now, you know. So she's here, I'm here, and the baby is here. Right? Oh, there he is. There's my little guy. Oh, he's just something, that guy. What you got? Good morning. You awake? Good morning. I'm going to pull your toes. Did he smile? I do get smiles from him. Come across a little bit. There he is. He's my guy. Hi, my guy. You got such nice little hair. He's him and him. He looks like his mom. He's so pretty. He's a handsome guy. He's a handsome little kid. He really is. Okay. I saw this guy assaulting a drunk girl at the party one time. So I dragged him off of her. I'm a hero. He got all angry and said, hey, you should never hurt a woman, have kids like a normal person. Wait a minute. I saw this guy assaulting a drunk girl at a party one time. So I dragged him off of her. I'm a hero. He got all angry and I said, hey, you should never hurt a woman, have kids like a normal person. Boy, do I have a red spot there? When did I do that? I don't even know. You two make some cute babies. Well, we're only having one. He's our last hurrah, that's for sure. Snip, snip. Okay. Haha, things have slowed down. Yeah, they have. It's time to go. Wow, William is getting big. He is getting big, and my back hurts from sitting here. That small square baler need to upgrade for my hay beds. 22-year-old farmer, 20 minutes of Gettysburg in Maryland. Oh, I know where that is. Down there. Frederick, outside of Frederick, Maryland, possibly. Frederick, Maryland can't be far from you. Okay, we plant 33,500 on 30-inch, makes a 6-inch spacing here in Michigan. Yeah. So where are your custom baling in North Carolina? Wherever I want, wherever they send me, actually. So, Wes, what country in North Carolina are you going? Well, I can't really say that. Um, I would like to be down as far as Goldsboro. So if you're near Goldsboro, just give me a shout out. I know that there's a fella down there that I need to call and I forget, and I just need to call. Man, he's growing like a bad weed. We'll be driving tractor in no time. Well, he'll be with me. I'd take an embroidered sweatshirt and honking mug for my dad. Well, gone down the website, I guess. I could send you something. You won something at the How Farms Works. I was really kind of happy that you did. I live in Frederick, Maryland. See, there you go. When are you working on the 4430? What's the story with Alice you had? Huh. We don't know. Yeah, Alice Chalmers. There's a reason they went out of business. Did Mr. Heavy Chevy get you the job? No. Not at all. Not at all. What is the best type of hay to plant for cattle? The type that works best in your area, for one thing. I could tell you Timothy, I could tell you orchard grass, I could give you a mix of alfalfa, clover, and orchard grass, which would probably be the best all around. But yeah, Sam Dean, can you have amnesia so bad that you forget you have amnesia and you're cured? I think that's a possibility. Give Tim a raise. Tim's had a raise. He knows where he's at. Did Ryan find out who helped their sells at the farm day? I don't think they stole anything that I know of. Yeah, I don't think they stole anything. I know what happened, and I do not. I believe they know who did it. I was not informed of who did it. It was not me, obviously. Why would I do such a silly thing? Did right? Yeah, good one. Yeah, Spike. Okay, Spike, where you at, Spike? How did I get out? Iraq. Iran. That is a good one. Where do I send my resume for $2? Well, who are you applying for a job at? Yeah, I remember that one. It was not a pink one either. I gave away a bunch of pink ones, and somebody actually cut the shirt because the man was huge. He was a big guy, and I gave him this little tiny pink. He won a pink T-shirt, little pink one. I was like, well, you can give it to one of your grandkids or nephews or nieces or whatever. If you got a gay nephew, you can give them to him too. Real men wear pink is what my dad. Well, my dad, but my uncle, he said that a lot because he wore pink a lot. He was a good guy. But anyways, they cut it out and they framed it, and it looked really sharp. I would say that it looked really sharp. The one thing I remember most riding with my dad in a cab of 4020, William is going to make a lot of memories with you riding along in that tractor with Dad. Lucky fella. Yeah, I think he's going to, between me and his mother, he'll be riding with either of us, and which is really kind of all I ever wanted in my life was a woman that was willing to, work with me. And I think I've got that one, right, Teresa? As long as I keep her in a good tractor, she'll keep right on working. Yeah. He probably will want to go work in an office. I don't know. My office is pretty damn nice. I mean, I don't know why anybody wouldn't want to work in my office. I sit in that thing a lot, and I'm kind of free to do what I want. So yeah. Yep. Anyhow, I'm not hiring any loaders. No, everybody that is going to work with me as a family member is a family member. So you can kill a family member. You can't kill somebody else's family. Hey there, Alfred E. Newman. I don't know Alfred Newman. What are you doing? Where are we here? Getting your own walking floor trailer so you can haul hay one way and spent compost back. Would have been nice not having to strap that hay. I'm hauling out. I haven't shown any of that loading of the walking floors, but they've been going out pretty steady until this week. I didn't sell anything this week on a walking floor. So I do need to get a hold of them though, get that straightened out. Sorry to be direct, but could you help me write a book? What kind of book do you want to write? I mean, what kind of book do you want to write? I miss those days sitting in my office in the tractor. Yeah, it is. When I was a kid, I didn't like it so much, Do you wish you still had the loader to what? The old, no, a sex book. I'm a professional musician and horror writer. You're going to write a story about me? That's funny. Housewife porn books sell. Good God. You heard Teresa laughing down there? She said, the housewife porn book. Yeah. That's not nice. What, like that loader, that old Brown Bear loader? Oh, what the not the Brown Bear, but what, that International? That International's still sitting there. I had a guy wants to buy it. He sends me this thing. Oh, I'm going to send you money into your PayPal account. I haven't seen anything. Send me some fucking money. You want it? Send me money. I'm gonna advertise again that thing is for sale. And I was giving him the benefit of the doubt. That's about 3 times now I've sold something, to someone that wanted it, and then they turn around and they never show up. They never pay me or anything. Trashy novel aisle in Walmart. Is there such a thing? Hey, does Walmart have a trashy novel aisle?
I have no idea. I don't go to trashy stuff.
I bet your sister would know. She reads those trashy novels.
No.
Editha reads those.
No, she reads
romance. That romance. Have you ever? Man, I had a friend in high school, Tiffany Purcell. Tiffany Purcell loved those romance novels, and I'm like, "What do you love those romance novels?" And she started reading. They have sex scenes in these things. They got love scenes in those. You never read one of those?
Of course, there are love scenes in those.
Oh my God! As I slid it in from behind, right? Am I not? Yeah, right. So she's laughing. She knows about those trashy ones. Yeah, I was elated to a new level of ecstasy as he slid it in from behind. Oh my God. So Miss Tiffany Purcell, she's in the back of the room in study hall, and you see her eyes. She's like, oh, she's almost having an orgasm in the back of the classroom because she's reading this shit. They always have shirtless cowboys and lumberjacks on the cover. I've never seen a shirtless cowboy or a lumberjack in anything in Walmart. I've seen almost shirtless women wearing purple wigs and sweatpants, riding the little scooter going, ding, 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 get out of my way. I need to get to the Twinkie aisle. That sort of shit at Walmart, but never the trashy ones. I have to look that up. Okay, so Sam Dean, no, Ag Talking Raw. Are you serious? It's about an axe maniac. I fix up bad horror tropes. For instance, why would a guy with an axe cut a door down? Why not just bash it in at the hinges? Right. No, I agree with that. Like when Jack Nicholson is beating the door down in The Shining? I think it was The Shining. That was stupid. I could have been through that door like really fast. All right. A lot of Walmart romance novels are almost like reading Penthouse forums. Don, do you read Walmart romance novels? What if the 7410 breaks? Old man plays with his hay. Well, 7410 breaks. Well, yeah, I guess he's on vacation. Pissing rain all weekend in Maryland. This was supposed to do here. How much are you asking for it? $4,000 is what I'm asking for it. Asked the wife. Apparently Walmart has them, and now I'm a bit concerned. So the wife has been there. Damn right, mate. Yeah, right. I mean, when Jack Nicholson is like, here's Johnny, that's kind of crazy shit. Chop the door handle off. Take you 2 seconds. But okay, they're next to the young adults and kids books, the same aisle. Good job, Walmart. Timmy, do you have something you'd like to tell us? I mean, come on. I don't go down that. I'll bet your wife reads those things. And then she's like, hey, Tim, here in chapter 7, this guy did this. It's like the what is that? 50 Shades of Gay? I mean, 50 Shades of Gray. Yeah, 50 Shades of Gray. I never read that. They made a movie of it. I never saw it. And then 50 Shades Darker, I guess, was the next one. The woman that wrote that. Are you serious, Sam? You want to Skype over this thing? I guess we can. I don't know. I thought we were doing a pretty good job here. I was making money. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I have had 2 wives who read them things. And that's why you're divorced. I got to tell you, this is the God's honest truth with these things. People, Emmett goes looking for books and we have to go past them. Okay. All right. Now I got you. You make a lot more. Okay. You want to write a book? Let's write a fucking book. Yeah. Co-written by one lonely farmer. Yeah. That's funny. Wesley Pandy, the bearded weirdo from New Jersey. Anyway, what were I saying? Oh, that's romance. Don, those romance novels. See, women read these things and then they have this false sense of what a relationship really is. Because the writers of these books are mostly women, and they're in the back of their twisted fucking mind are thinking, okay, you can email me. If this is something you're serious about, go ahead and email my ass. I'll be waiting. Yeah. So in the back of their twisted mind, and then they write these things. Yeah, they write these things, and then women read them, and they're like, "Well, he doesn't lick my pussy for a half an hour. That it says right here, you're supposed to lick my pussy for a half an hour." And then they get all upset. Well, am I right or am I wrong? You know, so they're reading this, that, you know, they're doing all this stuff and blah, blah, blah. And then a man is like, let's get this shit done. You know, that's just the way it is. Porn gives women the wrong sense of reality. The plumber never came right away. He calls one. Oh, that's good. Oh, this ag talk is going in a really wrong area here. You know, Orchid Nog. Am I winding you up there, Orchid Nog? I could get you wound up. Yeah. Yeah, it's co-ed naked plowing. It's not how deep you plow, pal. It's how long you're in the field. There you go. Hell, most can't take that for 10 minutes. I didn't say you were gay. It was just, you don't have to tell anybody. You can still be a closet queer if you want. Does Teresa call a plumber while you're away? No, I am the plumber. The only one cleaning her pipes is me. Got it? Yeah. Yeah. Come look at. I hope my mother is not watching this. I really hope my mother is not watching this. Just call those novels bundles of toilet paper. Well, that's what the old Sears. Blocking our pipes. Oh, God. Oh, this is not ag talk at all. I am so sorry for all my ag talk fans. This is gone. Anybody that's watching this, I mean, I got 332 people watching this. This is actually quite good for a live stream on a channel that has only 10,000 subscribers. But 322 people watching. The thumbs up are still at 134. You guys need to start doing your job. Get this thing up the hit that button. It's a thumb. It's at the top of the page. You take your little thingy here and you go, I'm going to click up. You know, I can't do it. You know, I can't like my own video. At least I don't think I can. That was a derail on the wrong side. Well, it depends on who you are. Technically, I should be in bed, Big Trucker 26, and I'm in the same time zone as Wes. Well, what are you doing in the same time zone as me, wanting to go to bed? I mean, unless you work night shift. Yeah. Hi, I'm new. I'm sorry, DGVS, whatever the heck it is. This is not normally what happens on Ag Talk in Raw, but it is what's happening today because I have a bunch of perverted people commenting on here, which is kind of fun. I haven't seen that email yet. Let me take a look here. I might have it. Oh, he did. Good day. I see. I did write you. And I've changed to Verdania font, type Verdana. In even a small spell check doesn't recognize it. Anyway, my Skype name is Samsung. I'm not even going to say his last name because It's probably his actual last name. I will definitely give you a shout when I'm done here. So give me a second. Let me drop that down. If you're holy, what the fuck? You sent me $100? Are you? This guy's serious about this. I don't know what I can do about a horror film. I mean, if you want to read, I could send you over to my ex-wife. She's a horror. I didn't say whore. I said horror. Teresa's laughing. That's pretty bad. I hope she's not. I hope my children aren't watching this. William can watch it. He knows. But yeah. Wow. Thanks, man. Sam Dean. I will definitely, the minute I'm done with this, I will Skype you up and we will Skype until we're Skyped away. If there's money to be made and I can help you make money, I don't know about on my side, but if I can help you make money, we'll go for it. I have a sick sense of humor and I'm pretty scary myself. You have a PS4? I do not have a PS4. Wes wants you bad. Oh yeah. Yeah, Wesley. I went to work at 1700, got home at 5:15. I generally work afternoon overnight. Wow. That was thinly veiled. Okay. Okay. Good morning, Wes, from Central Ohio. I cannot believe you just handed me $100 bill. That's nice. I hope I can help you out. Now I feel obligated. Jeez. I felt obligated before, but now I really feel obligated.
For $100?
Yeah, for $100. If somebody handed you $100, wouldn't you feel obligated to Skype them? Yeah, he is definitely serious. So we're definitely going to get together. Like two lonely people. You done it now. If there is money to be made, right. I mean, that is one thing about life. There are people that want to take your money, and then there are people that want to make you money. And obviously, this Dean here, he wants to make money for himself, and obviously he wants to help me make money, which we all need money in this world. It's a necessary evil. In farming, everybody knows that sometimes you put out more money than you expect to get back in 1 year, which, with nutrient building and things like that. So we get back to ag talk here a little bit. But, take it when you can get it. And that's really what this whole YouTube thing is about. Now it's more about making some money to do the things I want to do while doing the things that I normally do. YouTube for me was always an educational thing for other people. So other people could learn from what I'm doing, whether it's right, wrong, or indifferent, or even just to see how a guy from New Jersey could do this, in New Jersey. I'm not looking for any 9000 series tractors. I'm sorry. Yeah. I wish Tim would come back with a snow bunny. I've seen some of those girls that go skiing, but I don't know. I'd give you 200, but my husband spent it. Corrine Trepanier. Your husband spent it? Sorry, that's okay. It's better your husband spending it than me. Big Trucker 26. Did you look at the big M500, Wesley? It's not available in the United States. Yeah. Yeah, it's not available in the United States. We're the best we can get is the 450 now, from the 420 to the 450. So that's what we're at. So, but yeah. A new, bigger building sometime soon. He needed a much larger, like millennial farmer. In New Jersey, that building would cost me somewhere around $20,000 a year in taxes in New Jersey, because it's just insane what New Jersey taxes you on your buildings. So, yeah. I think 500 would be good for you, Wes. Yes, it would be. But you got to understand that the mulch hay business is actually changing more towards straw. That's why I'm going to do this custom harvesting job. I could still expand my hay making business and still have no problem selling the hay that I would produce. But it's like, do I just work really hard at what I've got and then expand in another direction, which would probably be more profitable for me to do this straw thing than it would be to do the hay only. Yeah. So I'm just expanding in another direction. I need people to help me make money. I purchased 12,000 in equipment this year, waiting for my tractors and equipment to make me my money back. Farming does take your money purchasing for. All right, so Glenn, uh, spending money will not make you money. I mean, you can outspend your income every day, but you're not going to get it back in a year. It's like buying a new car or a pickup truck. If you spent the money on a car or a pickup truck all at once, you save on the interest on that car or truck. And right now, today, some of the new financing that is available is for 0%, and you just pay what they tell you got to pay. When you buy farm equipment, you really need to look at it on a 5-year investment, 5 to 7 year investment, depending on what you're purchasing. I generally look at something and say, okay, I'm going to buy this thing right now. I try not to spend or be in debt any more than half of my total yearly income, which I am not. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that think, guess what? The other day I did a fart so bad that I thought you were hiding behind my couch. Nice. That was a nice one. That's pretty horrific, but yeah, that was funny. So anyways, being in debt for more than half of your yearly income is really, really, really hard to crawl out from under. So at any given time, let's just use $1 million. Any more, a large farm has $1 million worth of income. I know that my income is at times is close. I've never hit that $1 million mark, but I strive for that $1 million. $1 million worth of sales in a year for some of the larger farms is pretty obtainable, pretty easy to hit. So when you have that $1 million there, just say it's $1 million. I'm going to make $1 million this coming year. 2019 is the year I'm going to break the $1 million mark. And that is the truth. That is where I will be. This year was going to break the $1 million mark, but because of my hay being still out in the field, I am losing. By the time I get it made, I'm going to lose a third of it. So I don't really want to lose a third of it. I don't want to lose a third of my money. But it's going to happen. If it doesn't freeze soon, the hay is going to hit the ground. It's going to start to decay at a rapid rate with the snow and the rain that's on it. So I don't think I'm going to hit the $1 million mark. But your debt load, you really honestly don't want to hit more than $500,000 worth of a debt load in that given year. So if you make $1 million or you have $1 million and you have this revolving debt of $500,000 that's there, doesn't mean you're going to make $500,000 on your, on after that's all done, because you have, so your equipment purchases and your other things, your fertilizer and stuff like that, that's one lump. That's don't exceed the $500,000. But you still have your fuel, your oils, your lubricants, your parts, your tires, your cost of living, your pickup trucks and things like that. You have all this stuff, your insurances. That's different. So don't ever exceed $500,000. If you do, it's going to be really hard to crawl out from under that rock if you have a bad year. You can have a bad year that'll drop you $250,000, but you're still at $250,000 that you will be able to pay for your fuel and your fertilizer and all that other stuff. You'll walk out of that year basically skinning by the skin of your teeth, but just make sure that your debt is no more than half of what your actual income is. That's just my rule of thumb. Maybe that's the rule of thumb of others. I am close with the debt this year because of the new baler and the stack wagon and the bale grabber and the front end loader that I purchased. So I just really have to. Yeah, I purchase in cash, everything, no debt. XY's destroy credit, so I'm glad farming doesn't create debt. Just would be faster to create money. You need cash flow. And this is the other thing that people forget about. Hey, I've got $100,000 worth of cash in my pocket. If I buy everything in cash, then everything's paid for, and the money will come back to me without any penalties. Well, those penalties. God, I'm going on 2 hours here. And now we're finally starting to talk about farming. These penalties are, you have no cash flow. If you spent all your cash to get a crop in the ground, what the fuck are you going to live on till you harvest it? That's where you really have to think. Is it better for me to take $100,000 and spend it to get the crop in the ground. And then, I got to wait for 3 months before I start to harvest anything. You're there starving to death because you don't have any cash. You're baling hay. And if you get a year like this, you can't bale and sell. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Okay. So you've got an off farm job, but yeah, okay. You've spent your cash. You have no cash flow. What if your tire blows? $1,200, $2,500. My tires are $3,000 a piece, for fuck's sakes. So you don't have cash. So it may be better to say, okay, I got $100,000. I could pay cash to get this crop in the ground, or I can pay half of that money. And then if I need to borrow another $50,000, you still have $50,000 of cash in your hands that you can, pay for the flat tire, the added fuel, the blown engine, all this other stuff, instead of having to go call the lending agency and say, hey, yeah, well, I used to have cash, but I spent it all on this crop, and the crop is there, and we got a drought, and we got big troubles. You may not get your tractor fixed. It's better to have a working loan or an operating loan at the beginning of the year so that your cash flow is still there. You don't want to be cash poor because that can be more devastating than the 4.5% or 5.5% interest that you're going to get that money for. So just food for thought on that one. I will not be hauling the straw. I'm not doing that. Wes, have you thought of digging up an inspection pit in your workshop? It might make life easier. Whoa, this is for your family and your Christmas. Geez, Sam, you are spending a lot of money. I'm going to have to end this live stream in the next 4 minutes anyway, because I'm not going over 4 hours. But yeah, the last payment on machinery this year. This is the last payment on machinery this year. Yeah, I mean, you can... Timmy Cornpicker, here's a guy who makes do with what he's got. And I admire Tim for doing what he's doing. He is farming in a I hope I don't offend him with this. He's farming in a 1950s style. He's picking corn. He has a niche market with the deer hunters. And this is when he makes his money with the deer hunters, because deer hunting season, we are allowed to bait here. He has some other customers, and he has some other customers also, but he farms in a 1950s style. He has his equipment is paid for. Yes. He is, I would say, equipment debt free. He enjoys his life because he's not worrying about at the end of the month whether he's going to be able to write that check for $22,000 like I do to pay for these, my operating loan. And every month there it is, $22,000. So you know a little bit of what it takes to run a farm this size. But I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. I enjoy it. Anyway, with that being said, I think I'm going to start my closing arguments here for this today. Sam Dean, I'm going to see if I can find my Skype. I know I have it here someplace. I did a Skype once long time ago, and I'm pretty sure it's still here somewhere. But yeah.
Who did you do Skype with?
I'm going to Skype Sam Dean. He has given me somewhere around $300 so far on this live stream. He is an awesome dude. I don't have to get into rent wars just to survive either. That is true. So Timmy Cornpicker is here, and he can explain. Probably, Tim, you should probably do a live stream and explain some of your thought process, because, a lot of people in the area are mystified by you. And that you've got a neighbor right up the road that spent more money than God and is now finding out that they have to pay that back. They wave to you as they drive by to ground that they rented away from you. And yet they still don't pay that bill. You know who I'm talking about. But Tim does a good job. I mean, he does what he does. He's a happy guy, always a smile on his face, unless you say something about a rough ass field that he plowed up. Then he gets pissed off about it, but he knows what I'm talking about. And that is still by far the roughest motherfucking field I have ever run in my entire life. I know it's not your fault, but goddamn. I would like to actually put corn on that and get it straightened the hell out. So, but yeah. No, plow it. Yeah, plow it the right direction. I think Teresa knows. My nephew Cody, he is like, I don't ever want to go back there again. He had the 7530 too. He's like, this fucking field. I haven't broken anything on it yet because I go slow, but Timothy ran the Heston over there and he's like, God, Dad, I hate that thing. I hate that place, but it's okay. 22.5 US dollars to be 200, now 400. Yeah, I'm sorry. Who cares? Will, the cows need feeding, so I better get the movie. Merry Christmas to you and yours. Okay, who cares? You have a good day. Thanks for being civil and polite today. I agree. I appreciate that. And yeah, and now I am on my way. I have to go. So that being said, I'm going to see if I can find out how to Skype you, Dean. If not, I will figure out. I'll just send you an email back and we can walk through that together. I appreciate everything that you did there. And if I can help you in some way with a horror book, then great. If not, hey, there you go. Anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. It's 2 hours, 32 seconds. And excuse me. Have a nice day. Next time, it'll be more farm oriented and it won't shut off.